Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. I'm Kristi Shive, and this morning we're visiting with Anna Cason. She's Senior Extension Associate for the University of Kentucky. Now, today we are talking about the many different types of milk. Sometimes walking the dairy aisle can feel overwhelming, but can you walk us through the many different types of milk and how we can know what type of milk that we may need?
Yeah, absolutely. So it can be overwhelming when you're at the grocery walking through the dairy aisle and even beyond. In the middle of the grocery, there are some milk options. So it's kind of hard to know which one is the milk for you, especially when it seems like there's a new milk popping up like every couple months or something. So, really, to start, we'll differentiate between milk coming from a cow, which would be dairy, and milk alternatives that a lot of times are coming from plants that are great choices for those that maybe can't have milk because of an allergy, an intolerance, or another health consideration. So, really, that's where you should start thinking about if you like milk, if you like the flavor of cow's milk, the texture of it, or if you can't tolerate it for whatever that reason may be, then there are alternatives that can provide the same or similar nutrition that you would get from cow's milk.
Now, Anna, like you said, it seems like there is a new milk popping up, and sometimes it's the new current trend. But for whatever reason, what are some of the major things that we should be looking for when choosing our milk?
Yeah, so they do pop up. It seems like all the time. The most recent one I think that I've heard of is oat milk. I feel like that's the trend with coffee, with cereal, with everything right now. And it can be a great choice for someone, like I said, that can't have milk. But you do want to be sure that these alternatives are fortified, which
Okay.
just means that nutrients are added to the food or the drink in the preparation process. So that happens with a lot of our foods that we eat every day, just helps us prevent nutrient deficiencies. So these fortified options that we want to look at specifically with these milk alternatives are calcium and vitamin D, which we hear a lot with dairy milk. That's one of the benefits of dairy milk is it provides calcium and vitamin D, which support strong bones. So if you are opting out of dairy, be sure that your alternative, whether it's oat milk, almond milk, soy, any of the options that you do find are fortified. Additionally, you kind of want to look for one that doesn't have added sugar. I feel like we hear about sugar all the time. There are sweetened flavors of cow's milk, like chocolate milk, strawberry milk. And then same with these alternatives, there are going to be sweetened options of it. A lot of times it's vanilla, but they do have the flavors as well, or they just add sugar because whenever you're making milk from a grain or
Mm.
a vegetable, it's going to taste a little different. So they may add something to it. So try to look for one that is unsweetened or that contains little added sugars on that nutrition facts label. So really the milk for you is the one that you'll use. So whether you like cow's milk or an alternative, whether you like the texture of one better than the other, the flavor one, just be sure that it does have the nutrients that you may be missing out on if you aren't drinking cow's milk, because it does have benefits like the calcium, the vitamin D, and it does add some protein to our diet. So just look for these options if you are reaching for something that's not from a cow.
Definitely. You helped explain it perfectly. And if someone wants more information, can they access more information through their local extension office? And if so, what can they ask for?
Yeah, absolutely. Your local extension agent is going to have some references and resources to help guide you through these milk options a little more in depth than what we've talked about today. So do ask your extension agent just about the different options and the different nutrition that can come from milk. There are publications and resources that they have access to get this information.
And all right, Anna, you've done some really great research on milks, and coming soon, people can ask for so many milks, is what it's called. So that is what they can be asking for at their local extension office. You can always give your local extension office a call for various types of questions. Thank you, Anna, for being with us today. Thank you for joining us today on the Farm and Home Show, and we'll see you next time.